Okay, today we're going to be installing this Chimera oil cooler block on this 2024 Honda Monkey. I have this Morin oil cooler, and it uses this adapter plate where the oil filter is. And usually whenever they run an oil filter adapter, they can't run the oil filter in it, so this thing doesn't have any oil filter, and it doesn't have the oil spinner, so there's no way for it to filter the oil. You just have to change it regularly. So I want to install this oil cooler thing here that you can use the oil filter, and also adds additional cooling. I'm running the DHM 149cc big bore kit. Okay, well, we're gonna remove this oil cooler line here. This kit doesn't really have any instruction, but should be pretty straightforward. And I did look online to see if there's any video, and I haven't seen any. That's why I decided to make my own video here. This thing is still a little hot because I was just out running this thing around pretty hard to see what the max temperature I can get it up to before I do the oil cooler block here. See if there's any difference in cooling. It did get up to about 210 degree peak, and it's currently about 40 degree out right now, ambient. So we'll see if we get a temperature drop once we do the kit. You can see here this oil adapter just has the little screen right here, so it'll filter out some bigger particles, but nothing small like your clutch material that wears off. It won't capture any of that stuff. You can see here, this is the cylinder, the little adapter cylinder. And I think this goes like this, so we'll have to remove these two bolts here. And I'm not sure if this block is gonna go on top of the bracket or the bracket the other way. I don't think really there's no way for this to go on top of the block, so I'll have to sit behind the block. And I'm not sure if that's gonna make the block squared or not. And I think the stock bolts here, so I'm guessing these two longer bolts come with the kit. Probably replace that. Alright, and I guess this plate goes like this. And we'll just get some oil around these little O-ring here so it's lying a little bit better. And I think this goes in here. Some oil in there. And when you reuse the OEM oil filter, it does go in backward, which means this part here usually going like this for the stock one, but it even says outside here, but for this kit you want to go inside like that. So see, let's see if I get this filter in first so the spring doesn't fall out. Okay. Get these Allen bolts in here. I'm hoping the oil line doesn't interfere with the exhaust here. And this block here, the only issue I see is it's sitting behind the exhaust manifold there, so I don't know if there's going to be a lot of hot air coming from the exhaust into it. I might have to heat wrap the exhaust or something if I see a temperature spike. Okay, and then we'll get the oil line back in. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. This oil line here is pretty far away from the exhaust manifold, about half an inch, 3/4 inch clearance for the top line here. The bottom line is about 1.5 inches, so I think it's pretty far away, but I probably will think about heat wrapping this right here so it doesn't get hot air onto the oil cooler block. I'm gonna go take it out for a ride and see if there's any oil temperature difference. I do have to fill it up, probably put another quarter cup of oil in there. Okay, just got back from a little test ride. Did about 15 miles, the same loop as I did before I installed the oil cooler block. Most of the road is about 60 mile an hour, so basically full throttle the whole time. Before the oil cooler block, the oil temp was probably around 210 to 212 degree sustained, and then after the oil cooler install, oil temp was around 196 to 198 sustained temperature. So about 10 to 12 degree drop in temperature, and ambient temp was about the same the whole time, so pretty good. Yeah, but mainly I did it because said I want to have an oil filter in there, since the oil cooler adapter removes the oil filter. Yeah, so still a little bit cold out right now, around 40 degree ambient. So hopefully in the summer or spring here, when it gets hotter out, I'm hoping not to see over 230 or 240 degree. So we'll see if I have to upgrade to a bigger oil cooler or not. So this one is a 4-row. Might have to go to a 5 or 6 row, but we'll see.